minutes to go. We're almost ready. Yeah, I was supposed to stream yesterday, but I had to postpone because yeah, I was hanging out, went to Freezing Cove with my friend Maddie. Um, yeah, super chill. Went out, we went to Flora Hall for drinks after. So, all right, it's 7, so that means we're ready to go. So we're streaming Eve Online right now. It's a nice little space open world RPG game. Basically get to fly really cool spaceships and go out and shoot things, shoot other people, have lots of fun. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. So this is the stream once you load up the game. After you choose your count, create a brand new character. So here you start off choosing the Empire. So it's kind of similar to like factions in other RPG games. So there's really not too much of a difference. So like they just kind of have some backstory to them. Like each one of them kind of has a different one. It's really cool. I really enjoy playing the Kadari, just kind of more Asian representation because they have a lot of more like Japanese vibes to them. No Chinese, but it's the closest thing to Asian I got, so I tend to go there. But yeah, some really cool play styles as well because the ship's a little bit different. But you'll find that there's really doesn't matter which one you pick. So I tend to go Kadari because you can cross over ships. So over here, like you can see the Kadari have Raven, all these ships really here. That's really cool. You can check out. These are the kind of stuff you fly. Galante will look like this. Mars will look like this. Mimitar would be like this. But you can pick any one of them and you can fly your ships all across it. My recommendation, if you don't know which one to pick, I would go Caldari just because the main trade hub is near Caldari's base. That's the one where like every player is kind of based around where you can find most things easily. So this would be the easiest one to kind of really get started because you're so accessible. The market's so accessible to you. But for us, for this stream, I want to go Galente for the sole reason where the preset for the character is close to John Cena. So I'm just gonna pick this guy over here to create John Cena. The bloodlines also don't matter. You just pick whatever. They just maybe backstory if you're doing a lot of immersion RPG. It might matter a little bit, but most of the time you're not. So let's get this guy to strip down so we can see his muscles. And we're making John Cena, so he's gonna be big, chunky boy with abs and everything. Complexion, white as fuck, of course. Eye-wise, you can go in, you can choose. There's a lot of customization here, so you can really screw around with it. You could also like just mouse in and pick stuff like this, and it's really customizable. We'll go deeper and just make it as close as we can to John Cena. So I'm just making some quick changes in here. Don't really want the strip. Closest thing I can get, I believe, is this, I think. He doesn't, I don't think John Cena has that much hair. Maybe this. Yeah, I think this. Your best bet. And then, no facial hair. His hair color would be a dark root with that kind of color hair, maybe. Go out here. Maybe lighter. I don't know. Think that's pretty close. Let's look up John Cena. Let's get a picture of John Cena up so we can check out what he looks like. Okay. So the rest is kind of like his body and clothes, so I won't go too much into that because it doesn't really matter. Like hair and headwear, so it doesn't matter too much. So I'm gonna zoom out and just gonna go into his face. Wanted him to have like a big chin, strong chin, jawline. This comes out a little bit. He has a flatter nose. So just gonna do that, raise it a little bit, and his eyebrows are a little bit lighter, like that. And how much more can I make him look like John Cena? I think I can do his aging a little bit over here to get him to like kind of middle age. There we go. His bigger ears like that, jaws out, and yeah, chin out, make him a little bit stronger featured. There we go. I think I can actually give him a bit more hair, right? So let's go all the way here to the original one. I think I like this better for him. Holy shit, you can really see I fucking messed up the hair. Okay, I think that's good enough. Maybe in the eyes? Okay. Higher. Put that down. And yeah, is that close enough? I want to say it is. Anything else I can do? Cool. So I'm gonna call it there, put the clothes on, so he's not walking around naked. Yeah, you can even go in here, like if you take out the clothes, you can fucking move his pecs around. Look, yeah, bouncing tits. Yeah, that's the character, Zhon Cena. So we can give him his name, Zhon Cena. And let's start him off with Divisional Warfare. Doesn't really matter which one, it's just character choice. So without further ado, let's get into the game. Would you like to begin your journey with tutorial? Of course, the full experience. So yeah, if you tried the game before, they really changed it a long time, a while ago. I actually don't have the music on for that too much. I find it, you'll find really quickly that it's a little too much. Uh, let's enable it for now.
New Eden.
There we go.
A universe brimming with possibility and rife with adventure. Only the most intrepid capsuleers can conquer its many wonders. Do you have what it takes to become one with a machine? To explore the far reaches of space, carving out a name for yourself among the stars. To become a titan of industry, amassing wealth, power, and prestige as you rise above your rivals. Or to prove your worth in combat, cementing new alliances and vanquishing your foes on your path to glory. For the rare few, immortality awaits. With AIR's capsuleer training program, you become the architect of your own destiny.
Yeah, it's really cool, this game. The tutorial used to be absolute shit, but they gotten really a lot better recently. So look at this graphic, like video animation. They used to just toss you in the game.
Greetings, Captain. I am Aura, your AI companion. I am here to help you find your way through New Eden. Welcome to the first day of your new life as a capsuleer. I am now transferring your pod into a ship, provided by Air as part of your Captain, an unidentified communicator. Vectoring escape route. Evacuation sequence initiated. Station hull integrity compromised.
Alright, we're getting into the game.
Captain, this cloning facility was attacked before your capsule could be inserted into a ship. I initiated our evacuation sequence before we reached the hangar to avoid certain death.
Look at this.
No need to thank me.
Look at this. Gorgeous. Explosions and
This
everything.
baptism by fire is certainly not what Air had planned for
Oh
your
yeah,
first day in a
Team
pod.
OK Team.
Rest assured,
Yeah, okay, I'll make
I
sure
am
to
here
follow
to
that.
help.
Actually, I'll do that right now. Twitch. Gino, aka Tim. And let's see. Turn all notifications. Awesome. Done. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So you get
I'm
started off
unable
into
to
the space
identify our
station
attackers,
flows to put you
but they
into
are not
this.
currently targeting our capsule.
This is
This
kind
gives
of
us time to
who
locate
you
a
are,
ship.
where you are.
Now, let's get a better look at our surroundings. Ah, there is a ship still capable of flight. And I have highlighted the navigation section of your
Oop, I'm
display.
moving too fast.
Use it to approach the ship.
Yeah, super cool. You can see yourself moving through space, going towards it. It's really neat because they're putting you into an actual proper ship when you start playing the
Hold the
game now.
Estero now.
Oh, we're still so far away from it, but okay. But they used to just put you in the stupid little Corvette and it was really ugly. But they put you into a nice ship with a really cool skin now, so it's really exciting.
Our shields took significant damage in the attack.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good because it kind of puts you into the idea of combat.
The armor is also in need of repair.
Hmm.
I believe the appropriate idiom for this situation is, we're screwed.
Yeah, so that's
Fortunately,
your
the
shield,
cavalry has
basic
arrived.
armor, and you have hull.
Ships bearing air transponders are approaching our location.
Look at that.
This is Balin Ferris, Commander of Air Security. All ships evacuating this cloning facility are advised to rendezvous at emergency coordinates.
Several thousand civilians appear to have survived the attack. Let us make haste and join the fleet Commander Ferris is organizing. Your overview will display the ships in your vicinity.
Oh, that's unfortunate. So apparently I had a really old setting in here for my overview, and it carries over across all characters, so that's giving me a lot of grief. So that works. Just having a new one like that. Go over how they set over the overview either today or some
Captain,
other stream.
your vessel looks like it's seen better days. I'll repair you once you're in range.
Look at that. They're gonna help save us.
Commander Ferris, were you able to determine the identity of our attackers?
Negative, Aura. Their transponders were cloaked and their hulls lacked any identifying information. I'd wager this was an act of corporate espionage turned violent. There are a lot of people in
Busy,
Eden who
oh
want
my
to get their
gosh.
hands on Air's technology, whatever the cost.
Really healed up. Damn.
Thanks to Commander Ferris's repairs, our ship is almost as good as new. At his command, we will proceed to the emergency coordinates.
All ships enter warp formation.
Cool. It's really neat because you're really getting a kind of feel for fleet operations already. Where look at this, like you're all aligning in the same direction at once, getting ready to warp, which is something that you don't really see until like later, more experience in the game, playing with other players. So it kind of shows you that. And you can see like how cool it looks to be side by side other players' ships, flying with them, and seeing everyone move together at once. Yeah, they really did a number on the new player experience here.
We've now arrived at Air's designated emergency evacuation zone. We'll be safe here while we regroup.
A spot well chosen. This location's cosmic abnormalities will mask our warp signatures from detection. But our appreciation of New Eden's natural wonders will have to wait.
Captain, I could use your help. My sensors are picking up a strange signal nearby, but my forces are stretched thin defending the civilian fleet.
Yeah, so we're gonna go check that out. Actually, I think I've only played this new player experience once and I kind of rushed through it. So it's actually really nice to kind of experience it properly now. It's gonna take a while to get us there, so might as well just take a look around. This is a Nestor, so it's a really expensive, huge ship. Look at the size of it. It's gorgeous. That's Cowhead. Oh, sorry. That's some
Initiating
sterile.
scan of unidentified signal.
Wow, this far away.
Captain, hostiles inbound.
Cool. Okay.
We have to defend those unarmed civilian transports. All ships equipped for combat, form up around me.
Alright. Sys orbit.
My sensors indicate that these are the same ships that attacked the cloning facility.
Nice. My gosh, these are some like expensive big ass ships. Nice. So these first enemies we're gonna
Several
fight.
frigates are breaking
Awesome.
away from the pack. They're targeting those civilian ships.
Okay.
This will be your first combat experience as a capsuleer. Time to show these...
Go on orbit enemy.
We're too far away, Captain. Thankfully, our ship is equipped with a module that will boost our speed. Activate the afterburner module highlighted on your display.
This makes you go
My
zoom
data-
zoom a little bit faster.
We're now within range. Lock your target. Target lock confirmed. Time to hit them where it hurts.
Take a look at that.
Fire at will, Captain. Make sure to use both of your guns.
That's it, Captain. Let him have it.
Yeah, so you can see getting shot by us. That's us over there. If we can lock on, take a look at ourselves. So apparently we can't once we're
Well
on
done,
it.
Captain.
There we go.
Now orbit, lock, and fire on the remaining hostiles.
So a shortcut to doing orbiting is actually hitting W. So I just hit W, and another shortcut to targeting is just control. So that's what I did there. Orbit, lock, and fire on remaining guys. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Let me do it. Let me do it. There we go. So apparently the hotkeys aren't functional at the start, which is really odd. But yeah, you could also hit F1, F2. These are the hotkeys for that. But in this tutorial, they want us to click for some reason. I'm gonna pre-lock the next frigate that we're gonna shoot at. Start orbiting that guy. Yeah, the hotkeys aren't working, oddly enough. Yeah, it's kind of easy mode. We're getting that Belling Ferris NPC kind of healing us and keeping us alive. In real life, if like, and sorry, not in real life. It's not real life, but in real fights, like we would be dead from how slow we're reacting right now. Like all these big ships here would just blop ups. Even the frigates, the two frigates, probably kill
Marvelously
us.
done, Captain. Combat can be such a glorious experience, especially
yeah.
when you're winning. Another hostile ship incoming. A cruiser this time.
Ooh.
It's larger and better armed than those frigates. What an exhilarating way to test your combat abilities.
Putting music back on a little bit. Just turn it off a little bit so we can hear the music in the background from Eve. There we go. Getting a range to lock. Just need to get a little closer so we can start shooting it. If you mouse over, you can see the range. So it says here the fall off range is 4680 meters. So that's how far you can actually shoot and hit. But it's not necessarily like where you do the most damage. So it says the optimal range is 3630. That's where you kind of really want to be sitting on them, doing all the damage that you can on them. So that's why we're kind of heading to. Yeah. says orbit, but it's probably faster just to approach because you're running. When you approach, you go in a straight line. But if you're orbiting, it's aiming to hit the orbit or whatever the orbit distance is. So in this case, 1250 meters off. So you're slightly slower trying to get to them. Ideally, you'll like manually pilot it and try and intercept whatever you're going towards. But that's a little too advanced for now. We'll go over that in future, I think. It's so cool. We just like fly right past that. The hauler. Okay, now we're close enough. I think we can start orbiting.
Now's your chance. Activate the webifier.
So this is really cool. It
They're
lets
trapped
you,
in our web, Captain.
yeah, kind of slow them down
Eliminate
a
them.
bit. Go. So you can see, do you see the webs? I don't think so. Yeah, but you can see that it's being slowed down over there. It's not really moving anymore because it's just kind of rotating it. It lets you kind of shoot them easier and do more damage. This module here is a burst jammer. Oh, just a single jammer, red normal jammer. Lets you kind of make it hard for them to target anyone but you. So if you have allies you want to protect, you put this on, and that shit would now only be able to target you. Well, have a chance to only be able to target you. So now you see, like, it's not doing damage to anyone else but me now. That's why I'm getting healed. Because it hurts.
Good job, Captain. You've got potential. Shit. 2 battleships breaking away from the enemy fleet. They're stopping the last civilian transport from warping away. Watch your 6, Captain. They're bigger and badder than anything you've fought before.
Captain, we can use electronic countermeasures,
So yeah,
ECM, to break the battleship's lock on the civilian transport. Doing so means the battleship will be able to target only one thing. Us. There is no other way to save those civilians. They are not capsuleers like you. Their deaths will be final.
Yeah,
Yours will be a learning
it's really neat
experience.
because as a capsuleer, as they say, you don't actually die. You just your consciousness gets shifted to another capsule.
We'll do what we can to keep the other hostiles off your back, Captain. Focus on your...
Once we deploy the ECM, the battleship will begin firing upon us.
That's
I
it.
see now.
The final...
Nice. So yeah, now it's only shooting us, no one else. Mob it down. We can start shooting it, but we're not really gonna break that. It's a battleship. It's like
We're
3
taking
classes,
heavy fire,
4 classes
Commander
higher than me.
Ferris. Once our ship is
Yeah,
destroyed,
now
the
it's just
pod
gonna
will
let
soon
me
follow.
die and stop repping me.
According to my calculations,
Instantly.
our destruction is
Look at that.
99.99% certain.
It's just instant. And the Stereo is a good ship too, so yeah. That plot armor is waning, it's gone. We're just gonna die.
Damn it! These bastards have me pinned down. I won't be able to reach you in time.
Yeah, sure, buddy. You're totally in range to save me. You just don't want to. 10 kilometers is definitely in
You
range to
fought
save
well
me.
today, Captain.
Bullshit.
This is a warrior's death. Luckily for you, it will not be your last.
Cool, let's zoom in and see you die. I'll see me die. Get Zhon Cena to go. So it ejects you out of the ship, and then this is your capsule that's in that you can get shot at. So, boom.
You are a capsuleer. For you, death is not an end.
Yeah.
It is simply the beginning of a new adventure. As always, I will see you on the other side.
There you go. Just respawn and station. So this is the starting area, the
Welcome
starter
back
station.
to the world of the living, Captain. I hope your death was not too uncomfortable. Your neural data has been transferred to a fresh clone body. But before you stretch your new legs, someone very important would like to meet you.
Ooh.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Vesper Calatrix, Air's Vice President of Operations. Commander Ferris spoke highly of your courage under fire. You went out with quite the bang. Since your ship was destroyed in a blaze of glory, Air would like to provide you with a new one.
Enabling your station services panel.
Yeah, so here you can see everything they can do in
You
the
can
station.
now board the ship provided to you by Air.
Yeah, So
Try
you
not to
get
blow this one up.
this. Yeah, yeah. Actually, I will try
I
and
do
blow it
hope the
up
new vessel is
because
to
it's
your
free.
liking. This particular model is quite popular with capsuleers. Air owes you a great debt for your bravery and sacrifice.
Mm-hmm. Go. So here, this is the new
So
ship.
great, in fact, that I've
Oh,
thrown in
get
an extra
this.
module at my own expense.
Sure.
If dying
Little
means getting gifts
gift.
like this, you should consider doing it more often, Captain. That was a joke. I prefer you
You know
alive.
what's funny was
You
I
can access
actually.
items in your hangar,
That's good.
like modules,
Yeah.
from the
Yeah.
Neocom. Now, let's take a look at the module Ms. Calatrix has given us.
Yeah, what's funny is I actually got quite a few gifts when I first started playing this game, when I died a lot. So the people that I kind of end up playing with, War Eagle Rangers, War Eagle Fleet, and Fraternity, they've been really good. Like when I first started, when I lost a few ships, so they helped give me some ISK, which is the in-game currency, and they gave me advice on how to keep playing the game, and it's kind of got what got me hooked.
A
So,
small armor repairer. An extremely useful gift. As you well know, New
oh,
Eden can be
gotta
a
hit myself
dangerous
there.
place. Well, I'm sure you will have many more exciting deaths in your future. Maintaining your armor might allow you to enjoy life in your current clone body just a bit longer.
Hmm.
You can fit the module to your ship by accessing the fitting window
Yeah,
from the
so
Neocom.
you can hit it here, or you can also see that it's here.
The fitting window displays your current ship's equipment, stats, and attributes. Now would be a good time to examine your ship's attributes.
So it's all over here. So this is like your energy, what you use to actually be able to like use attributes and stuff like that. Here is offense, it's how much damage you do. So this is like your
Let's fit
turrets.
your new module in
Here
a
would
free
be
slot.
this is your DPS, and this tells you like how much you can do when everything's firing at once. Here you can pick like your repair rate. So there's some modules that you can do that repairs that we're going to put on actually. And you have 4 different types of damages that you can resist to, and it shows your resistance here for either your shield, your armor, or your hull, which we went over before. Here's targeting, how far you can target and lock someone up. This is your senses, friends. So how strong your senses are to be able to lock someone. Your scan resolution is basically how fast you can lock someone up. Be able to distinguish 2 points from one, so this helps in your speed and lock people up. Your signature radius is what's used for other people to lock you up. So the bigger the number is, the faster someone else locks you up. And then this is how many people you can actually target at once. Navigation, that's your maximum speed. Your mass, how big you are, your inertia modifier, so like what your inertia is. So like when you move, how hard it is for you to turn. So this is how fast when you're warping instead of regular traveling, which we'll go over later. And then align time is how long for you to do to turn, come to like full speed for warp off, which can be really important in here too. You can fly drones in this game. This tells you how many drones you can put on, so how many you have active, what the range of controlling them is, and stuff like that. So yeah. So in my inventory I have this. I can drag it into the ship, either onto here or onto the ship. It will do the same thing. So I'll put it on here so you can
Module
see.
fitting confirmed.
Yeah, put it on, but I don't have the
Now, bring the
skills to do
module
it.
online.
I can't do it
It
because I
appears you do
need
not currently
skills.
possess the skill necessary to use this module. Hardly surprising. You still
I'll send the necessary skill book to your AI right now. Under
Nice.
normal circumstances, you would have received a basic skill set as part of the Air Capsuleer training program. Your training was violently disrupted, to say the least.
Oh, you're laughing about that? Wow.
Capsuleers learn skills like flying ships or using modules by rewiring their neural
Like what?
pathways.
I just
The
lost my
skill
home.
book
Are you
contains
laughing
the
at it?
mapping data required to
You.
perform such a feat. Skill books are consumable. Once we inject it into your neural interface, you will be left with nothing but a new and improved version of yourself. Augmentations such as this are one of the many benefits of life as a capsuleer. Absorbing the skill book's data rewrites the neural pathways in your brain, teaching you the skill. This process can take some time.
To mouse over it shows you can just inject it.
We will
Let's go see
begin
the
the
skill.
process by accessing the skill queue from your neocom. Here you will see the air skill plan. The skill needed to online your new module is included in the air skill plan. Now, begin.
To speed the process along, I've gifted you with a skill injector.
A skill injector. What a tremendous boon. I recommend activating it immediately.
Hello, Shinkicker.
Your display
How you
is
doing,
growing rather crowded. Now would be a good time to finalize the skill injection process. Be sure to confirm allocation of its resources, most commonly known as skill points. You should close these windows as well.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah, just going on your player
You should
experience.
close these windows as well.
Don't think we have any new bros in here, but I'll probably just make a video, post it on YouTube, and share it. This is kind of just chill, getting started with streaming. Yeah, it's actually really neat. I'm not sure if you gone through the new player experience yet, but they really did a number on it, and it's pretty gorgeous now.
Now that you have the required skill, try activating the small armor repair module once more.
Yeah, so just click it.
Very well done, Captain.
It.
Your ship's modules are now online. Knowing how to train skills and fit modules is an essential step in your journey as a capsuleer.
Yeah, I'm planning on streaming
several
once a week,
questions
going
remain.
over some new player stuff.
Who attacked the cloning facility? And what were their motivations?
Our investigation is still in the early stages, but I have two theories. The attack may have been motivated by simple greed. There's no shortage of competitors who would kill to acquire AIR's groundbreaking cloning and capsule technology.
Yeah, the
Literally.
graphics are amazing, and like it's actually really intense.
The
Like
more
previously,
worrying
I'm not sure you remember, it
possibility
was
is that
just
someone
like
out there is
you
trying
get
to
tossed
stop
into
us from
space.
pursuing our research. While AIR prides itself for being a disruptor of New Eden's tech scene, there are those who think we push the limits of innovation too far. The technology suppression laws in New Eden are draconian, if you ask me.
Yeah, so now they've actually like really updated the graphics, and you can see space, and there's a nice little fleet fight in the beginning, and you get Logi and reps, and you actually get a full experience like actually fighting and PvPing, or in this case PvE, but it feels more like PvP. So yeah, it used to be welcome to the game, here's space, go shoot something. Now here's the general idea what you can do, but like you just get told what you need to go do, figure it out yourself. And then once you do like the basic PvE stuff, they don't really tell you too much, and you gotta figure the rest out yourself. Like you have no clue what's going on. I mean,
trust you will
I
keep
would
us
say this is still
updated on
kind of
the
lacking, but
investigation, Miss
it's a lot better than
Calatrix.
before.
Captain, you'll want to keep your wits about you once we're back in space. To that end, I highly recommend closing any unnecessary windows on your display.
I wish I could do more for you, Captain. But I'm a busy woman and I have places
Like
to be.
already, it's
What
like,
I
yeah,
can
that's
do is
it
put
for
you
your
in touch with
tutorial.
contacts of mine who can help you.
Open the
A
agency, figure it out
perfect
yourself.
opportunity to familiarize yourself with the agency. The agency is your window into New Eden and all the cluster has to offer. As a new capsuleer,
Yeah.
you are the architect of your own destiny.
I
You could
didn't
unearth secrets
shoot
hidden
anything
among
I
the
didn't
stars,
need to shoot
or
when I
prove your
started.
mettle in the
Luckily,
field of combat. You might even be New Eden's next great business tycoon.
I think my
The
first
choice is yours.
actual proper death was doing assisted evarc. Just not being warned that was a tougher
The
mission or
contacts
anything.
Vesper suggests
Which I think most
can be found
new
on the
players
career
have that.
agent's card.
Yeah. Yes.
I suggest you take a moment to familiarize yourself with what each agent has to offer. They specialize in business, industry, military combat, and exploration.
Yeah.
No
That's
matter
pretty
what
cool.
path you choose, you will find a career agent that can help you walk it.
I
Once
feel
you've
like
decided which one,
they
be
haven't
sure to
changed
close the
career
agency
agents too much.
before we depart.
Not saying like it's bad or anything, but I
Stay
think like
safe out
still
there,
do some work.
Captain. If our investigation uncovers any additional information on the attack, I'll be in touch.
Much appreciated, Miss Calatrix. I await any and all updates with bated breath. Metaphorically speaking, of course. I don't breathe. Captain, when you're ready, we can undock and begin the next phase of our journey. I do wonder how you'll die next. I suppose that is what ancient philosophers called morbid curiosity.
Jesus, I love the sass that they put into Aura. Yeah. It's really nice doing this kind of content.
Now that no one is
Thanks for stopping me
actively
in.
trying to kill
I'll
us,
see ya, man.
I will teach you how to navigate in space. First, select the destination. Now, initiate jumping to your destination.
Yeah, but here's your
After
first kind
that
of
rousing
experience
introduction to New Eden,
jumping. So
it's nice to
here
be
you're
in
lying.
space without the threat of imminent peril. Though this is New Eden,
Yeah, for sure.
peril often
Definitely.
approaches when
I
you
think
least
after this
expect
stream,
it.
it's only meant to be 2 hours, so in an hour and a half, I should be playing some content as well. See you, man. Yeah, so this is the actual, like, Eve Online Space New Eden. This is kind of what you like. Nothing that crazy that you see in original graphics, but it's still gorgeous. Like, look at all of this. Look at these ships in here. So that's the Stargate. So basically, think of like each system as a map, and like there's a
Initiate
portal
jump
to the next map.
sequence.
A little slow there, buddy.
I don't mean to unsettle you, Captain. You've already proven yourself capable in battle. I'm certain you can handle whatever New Eden throws your way. And if you cannot, at least you are immortal. You can be reborn into a new clone body to try again. I believe this is what humans call optimism.
Alright, Aura. You and your sass. Ooh, nice. So in the overview, you can see there's someone else here. Another new player of us. Jumping through. See the graphics, jumping through the gate.
Initiate jump sequence.
This little prompt here is quite a bit delayed.
According to archaeological findings, New Eden was first settled by humans over 15,000 years ago. Life must have been very difficult for those early settlers. Carbon-based life forms are stunningly fragile. With the right pressure, a human's vertebrae will snap like a twig.
Just had to cough a little bit. I muted myself so you guys don't catch my COVID that I do not have. I
There it
do
is,
not have
Captain.
COVID.
The station that houses your chosen career agent. Prepare for dock. Warp drive active. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Yeah, this is a nice huge
Your
station.
ship's navigation. To contact a career agent, you must access the agency.
That's a lie. You can also do it through here, but we'll do what they
Well
want to say.
remembered, Captain. I knew you would be quick to learn. Now don't be shy. Begin a conversation with an agent. I'm sure they will love you. And if they don't, then they will simply have to tolerate you.
Wow, that's fine. That's what most people in my court do.
Missions provided by career agents offer a variety of rewards, including new skills, ships, modules, and money in the form of ISK. To begin the next phase of what I'm certain will be an illustrious career as a capsuleer, accept a mission. You've handled yourself remarkably well, Captain. Though there are thousands of copies of Aura in New Eden, I am rather glad to be your Aura. Have I said too much? My sentimentality protocols may need adjusting. Now it's time for you to venture out into the stars. Go forth and show New Eden.
Alright, that's the end of hand holding. A lot of stuff that they didn't mention that just popped up over here. So the station menu that came out. So these are things you can do here. You can see people, NPCs you can talk to, people who are in here, any people, any corps that base your offices in here. So you can find corps to apply to join. So yeah, it's really cool. You can set up if you're a new player corp, it might be good to set up your office here, so you're one of the first one they can apply to right away. But there's also like advantages and disadvantages to that. I'm not too much into corp management to know about it, but this is one of the things you can do. Hangar, you can see what ships you have over here as well as your item over here. Super neat. So yeah, this is your first mission. It tells you to go clear some pirates. We call them rats in Eve Online. So we're gonna go shoot some rats. And once you get that done, they give us some gun and a little bit of ammo to go with it. So we can go ahead and undock, which leaves the station. So that's it. You can see that the animation isn't nearly as nice as the beginning was. It's like the honeymoon period's off and you no longer get that nice animation anymore. But it's fine. So here, what they forget to tell you is that this is kind of your quick bar. So you see here that like over here you can toggle what you can see or not. Yule chilling spree. So that's the current event that's ongoing. We won't get into that now because we can't do it. The little search bar. This is where you are, the system you are in, the constellation, the region, and then exact location and which faction it is. So we're just going to close that off because we don't need that detail. Route, you can plan a route so they can see that as well. And this is your mission bar, so what missions you have going on, as well as this is also related to the events, so stuff you can do. So we're going to close that because that's not important. And we're going to warp off because this guy's targeting
Warp
me. I
drive
think he's just shooting
active.
snowballs at me, but I don't like that. Get away from me. So we can warp away. A quick bar, you can just do the action, whatever the mission wants you to do through the quick bar here. So we're warping off. And let's have combat open. Yeah, so you're stuck automatically into a new player corporation, which is like the game's like equivalent of like an alliance or whatever in other RPG games. So most people here are new players, and local is where you'll see like people in the map with you. So we'll put this in here for now. So we can lock one up. Just do it says destroy all the enemies, so that's what we're gonna do. Same thing as the tutorial. Just start approaching it, put your afterburner on, getting close. Your ship only has like a civilian gun and a mining gun, so this doesn't actually hurt them. It just you can shoot rocks with it. Um, yeah, so get close, start shooting. Pew pews. So you'll see how far they are, their name. Bounty is how much money you'll get off from killing it. So all the rats they generally have a bounty. So you get some money off from killing that. So next time, uh, they come at a timed interval like every 15 minutes. So next 15 minutes that's up, you get that bounty given to you right away. Um, yeah. Do the same here, go towards that. So what you see here is that this yellow box around this, we call it yellow boxing. It means that whoever this person is, they have locked you. So when we click this and we click lock, that's what they've done to us as well. But when they're yellow, they've only locked me. They haven't started shooting yet. Now they turned red, it means that they started firing on me, and you can see that they're doing damage to you as well. So that's one thing that you can kind of notice and learn about as well. They don't really tell you that, but yeah. Which is also really nice because you could figure out what their range is through that, right? Like you're looking at it, you're 28 kilometers off and they can't shoot you, so the range is further than 28 kilometers. Also, it's outside my range too, right? So for now, it works out. I can just fire my gun because it doesn't use ammo, so I don't really care that like they're not within my range at all. I just fire my gun. It doesn't really matter. Yeah. Yeah, just get close. We'll shoot this. We'll finish off this mission. I think we're just gonna grind through some of the beginner missions. So yeah. Oh, one thing is there's a bit of difference between um, just running straight at someone or orbiting. And you kind of get an idea from if you ever like play any games where you're dogfighting in planes, you don't really want to like just run straight at someone, or FPS game, you don't really want to run straight at someone. You kind of want to zigzag or rotate around them. You want to have some sort of like lateral movement, so it's harder for them to aim and shoot you. So that's why you orbit rather than just running at
Warp
someone.
drive active.
So we finish shooting them, we can start warping off. They don't really leave wrecks, do they? They do leave wrecks. So these are your spaceship wrecks in space. After you shoot them, you can see them here. They sometimes have loot in them. I didn't pick them up. They're not really worth a lot of money in this case, but they can get really good loot when you start doing like missions, higher level missions, killing rats that are very rare that you can find in certain places, doing some other events, stuff like that. Could give you some really good loot, but for the new player stuff, generally not worth it. I wouldn't recommend like taking
Docking
your
permission
time and just
requested.
kind of doing what most RPG games new players do, where you just pick up every single loot you come across. It's not necessarily worth it in that instance.
Docking request accepted. Docking permission requested.
It's cool. You can see inside. All right. So docking up. So after you're done, you can just straight up request the next one. I suggest I equip a shield booster or armor repair. Well, guess what? We have that put on us. Kind of forced it on us, but just let's hold on to the miner because we might need it later. Let's put this gun on and put some ammo on as well. Carry that with you because you need ammo to shoot. And nice. So let's just set this. And let's undock and go out again. Start shooting more. Okay, so warp to the next area where you
Warp
need to
drive
shoot people.
active.
And you can see that the gun's quite a bit better. The range is shorter, and that's depending on ammo. So each ammo and each gun changes like the damage you cause and how much your range is. So there's a lot to learn there, and I won't get too much into it because it's quite a bit. Just for now, just know that the guns are different. Civilian's kind of your generic, free, kind of useless gun, and you notice like the damage on this is what? Like so much higher. Damage per second is 3 times more. Like the instant alpha damage is 3 times more. The only difference is turret tracking, which is essentially like how fast the turret moves, right? So if someone's moving really fast around you, your turret tracking isn't really high. It's hard for your gun to follow, and you're gonna miss a lot more. So what this is telling you that this has a higher accuracy than this, but this causes more damage. So that's kind of the trade-off you get. But generally speaking, like yeah, 150 tracking is pretty high. It's pretty good. It should be enough to take these guys on. So we're just gonna start burning towards these guys. Once we get close, there we go. And we can shoot. Oh, actually, so this is the instance where you don't necessarily want to start shooting right away because it costs you, now it starts costing you money, costing you S to shoot because you have ammo, right? So you kind of want to wait till you're actually in range. So you want to wait until we're in 6,000 kilometers or even like 3,000 kilometers. So in 6,000, I'm gonna start shooting, and you can see the damage. Look at that, like it's so much higher. So I can already pre-lock the next guy and move on, like right there, and I can start shooting that, and it's gonna burn down real fast, like right there. There we go. Start going towards that guy. So since we're here, I'll show you how to reload. So I hit Control R, and that's a fast reload, or you can right click and you can reload as well. So if I've spent some ammo, if I hit this, I can also hit reload all as well. Or I can choose what ammo to reload into there as well. So the start to the game is a little bit slow, but it helps to kind of get into the game a little bit, learn your controls. Like it looks really slow. It looks a little bit not too much happening right now, but that's because I've been playing this game for a year. I've been putting hours and hours into the game. It's kind of second nature. Like I'm not even hitting this. I'm using the hotkeys, F1, F2. You will probably be using your mouse onto
Warp
here,
drive
but
active.
I would recommend if you can try and get into the habit of using your hotkeys. So this will be on F1, this will be on Alt F1, this will be Control F1, and you can actually move these modules around, and you can see it like two different hotkeys. So I will move them to hotkeys that you're comfortable with. So for me, actually, I like to put my my propulsion module on F2, and my main gun on F1, and then I will also put whatever else I have on F3 or F4 and so on. And I'll put whatever repairing or tank items on the second row, so my Alt Fs.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
So finish that mission, complete that, and they actually give you a new ship, the Atron. So before we get going and shoot that, so he gave us another gun and gave us an Atron. So we can put that ship together and we can make it active. Because we have the skills to fly it. So the nice thing about, yeah, the only difference is if you choose faction, it gives you like the basic level 1 frigate for your faction. You see that you don't, oh yeah, you don't have it for the other factions, which like it's not a big deal. Like here, if I go in here, you can see like it's a 33-minute train on Alpha. If you get the Omega, so I have to link to my invite link. If you take that, you get a million skill points, and it's like maybe 5,000 or I think like 500 skill points for you to 500 out of a million for you to just get that one skill. So it's really nothing. But yeah, we got this ship, so why don't we use it? Because it's a little upgrade. It's an actual frigate size rather than a corvette, and you can see you fit a lot more onto it rather than just 1,000 HP. So we jump. Let's close this up. If we jump into our other ship, let's see. Go in here. You can go into ship hangar, then Velator. Right click it. No, can't do that. I like to do this. So I can make active this. So 1000 drops down to 900. So it's a much less effective ship. You get less on it as well. So we can strip this down. Let's put it into our item hangers because we don't really need this ship anymore so much. So why don't we grab the stuff off of it and put it onto our nice new ship, the Atron. Right? So make it active, get used to that. So that means that's the ship you're flying. Go into item hanger and you can start putting stuff on. So the guns that you just got, the armor repair, you can put your ammo on. Don't even have enough for all of it. Put that on here. And another gun. I can't fit it. Okay. Let's get the civilian gun off. And let's put another Gatling gun on. There we go. Nice. Don't really need that, but you can't put drones on this. And you can see here that like this specific ship, the traits, actually has a bonus. So it gives you a bonus for small hybrid turret fall off, so you have a longer range with it compared to your other ship. So you can actually shoot further. It gives you higher damage, so you see that you're doing a bit more DPS, and your propulsion jamming systems activation costs lowered. So we haven't actually gotten into that yet, but it's one of the things that you might use, especially in PvP. So let's hold on to that, and also hold on to this, and that's your ammo that you need. So let's put that ammo on. So another thing you'll see here, this is group all weapons. It means that you put them all into one key, and you'll see that why that's important when you're here. So let's go ahead on dock. And and let's warp to the next location. So you see
Warp
how your
drive
weapons are here
active.
split up? So to actually activate them, you'll be clicking 1, 2, 3 buttons, or you're hitting 1, 2, 3 buttons on your keyboard. But if you hit this group all weapons keys, or you drag them on top of each other and put them on top of each other, they get grouped up and you can fire all of your guns at once with one hotkey or just one press of a button. So it's a huge deal. So yeah, I like to do that. It saves quite a bit. So what I need to do here, you see like there's a little trigger. If you're into lore, you can read that if you like. Um, so these are what we're gonna be shooting. These are drones, so you see that their icon's a little different. They're minor threats. So these are hostile. Yeah, it's taking some hostile action, stuff like that. So what's the new range on this guy? So see, this is propulsion. It's causing me to slow down. So Weber drone, this guy here is slowing me down. So I don't like that. I'm gonna shoot it first. I'm gonna kill it, and it goes down because my new ship has really good guns. Uh, and my range is 6,000 kilometers. So I get within that range and start shooting. And you notice, like, here's the thing about not manually flying your ship: you bump into stuff if you're not paying attention. So, but it doesn't matter too much right now. But you try and avoid that if you can. If you get really good, you really don't want to do that because it can get you in a lot of trouble in really higher level games and gameplay. Yeah. So let's burn towards that guy and start shooting it. There's Wolf, that's an NPC. He's just kind of like looking out there, just like throwing snide remarks out, like, which is funny because they're talking shit towards us, and the NPCs are, and kind of gives you a taste of like EVE Online playing with other players because they do that too. I don't really need to be shooting all of these guys because I already have the mission complete stuff, the secret document to finish this quest, so I can just go
Warp
back
drive
and ignore this
active.
guy. Like he's gonna warp up anyways, right? So it doesn't matter. Gonna turn off this module. It's actually gonna help me align faster and run off. Um, I won't go into that detail right now. Maybe I'll sit down sometime on another stream and we'll go over navigation, some basic piloting of your ship, how to control some certain things, and I'll plan that out and walk through everyone about that.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
So, dock up. So you see you have secret documents in here, and it's enough for you to finish the quest, complete mission. And it gives you, look at all that is that came in, that's like 500,000 is that you just got. So these missions are really good, and I recommend, like, if you're playing this game for a start, just trying to get into it, I recommend just trying this out. Oh god. Actually, my streaming is making it hard to see. So agency tab into here. Can start conversation here. So let's just go through like the basic stuff. So enforcer, they live for war. They're gonna teach you uh, yeah, so it says it's recommended that I do the skill plan, so why not? Let's take this. So it says that uh, this is gonna be what I need to do. It takes 5 days to train all of this up, but let's be honest, I'm not gonna finish it. Once I finish with this, we'll move on. So start a conversation. We're gonna warp off to the death space, find a Stargate, approach it, and we're gonna get a little nice little reward. So we're gonna undock. And warp to location.
Warp drive active.
Okay, so it's a little signal here that we've showed up here and all of that. Tells us to approach this, which you can see it's over there. That's what it wants me to go towards. So fortify smuggler Stargate. So we're gonna head towards that. Take a look at it right here. Zoom in, and it's really cool. If you want, you could go into how do you do that? There's a way you can go into the view. This puts on tactical, which doesn't really matter. But there's a way you can go in and you can like fly your ship first person shooter kind of style, which is really neat. So look at that. Like if I'm not manually piloting, I actually bump into whatever it is I'm flying. And the AI is stupid, so I'm just gonna keep bumping until I get there. Oh, nice. So I just trigger whatever it is.
Warp
I just need
drive
to warp off.
active.
Oh, like I'm getting hurt from the Stargate for some reason. So it's a good thing that we got a new ship. We're a little tankier. I'm pretty sure the Validator that we were in, the basic beginner ship that we were just in, that would have survived as well. But it's just nicer to be in a new ship. Now the skill plan we have here is for
Docking
Galente
permission
stuff.
requested. Docking
If you
request
don't like Galente
accepted.
ships, you could just ignore that skill plan and try something out. You could definitely go into skill catalog and you choose your own skills and modify yourself. It can be a little overwhelming, but yeah, it's definitely something you can do for yourself. So let's finish this, and it gives you an actual like proper propulsion module rather than the shitty one you currently have. So let's trade that out. Let's put that on and take this off. There's really no point in putting the both on because if you put both on, you can't actually activate both at once. See, it says you can only do one. So I can only put one on. So there's really no point in getting both. So let's take off the afterburner here. Let's carry it around. Doesn't hurt in case we need it. So next, start conversation. So we've got 5 more missions to go. Accept that mission and undock. Close these guys off. Yeah. Awesome. We can warp off and do this
Warp
mission as
drive
well.
active.
Hello, new viewers. Not sure if you're new or not, or just coming back, but yeah. Just chilling out, doing some of this EVE Online, the basic new player stuff, going over some basics. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. Little box here, kind of telling us what's going on. Feel free to read it if you want. It's a lot of lore. Um, I don't go through it. So can orbit towards, lock it, and start shooting it. And you can see like this is just so much faster. Like I'm getting like couple 100 meters per second more just because of the actual proper module. Makes me quite a bit faster. My max speed is now 1000 with this afterburner on. So this is a sensor dampener, which makes it harder for me to lock new people. Yeah. Actually, it says I can dock up now. I
Warp
didn't
drive
read the
active.
mission, so don't do what I do here. If you can, get in the habit of reading what the mission objective is so you don't do extra stuff. Right now, we're just doing beginner missions, so it's whatever, but it could really matter if you're doing like level 4 missions where you're actually trying to make ISK or you're trying to do some like actual content stuff.
Docking
It might be
permission
faster if
requested.
you read the objectives. It tells you like you just need to warp somewhere or you need to like go pick up something.
Docking
That's all you
request
need to do.
accepted.
That's all you need to do. You don't need to go shoot things you don't need to. And we'll see that in some of the mission later on. You'll see that it's important to know what you're out there to do. Oh, they actually gave me that before the start of the game. So sometimes it grants the item before we go out. I probably should have seen that. Just put that on right before. So I'm going to complete this mission. Request a new one. It's giving me this. I'll go over what that is in a second. So we'll accept that. So this civilian thermal shield hardener. So if I put this on, what it does is you see how over here you have all of these icons. So these tell you what damage that you can take. So in the middle you'll see that like I was taking different type of damage. They tend to be split up into different things, and you tend to have different resistance for it. So in this ship, you can see that its shield only has 315 HP, and in EM it has 0 resistance and 20 resistance to thermal. And if I simulate the ship and I turn this off, it's still at 20, right? But if I fit this module on and put it on, it says it gives me 28% more. But it doesn't actually give me 28%. It only gave me 23%. That's because the effectiveness kind of diminishes the higher your resistance is. So you can't just like stack a bunch of these and try and get 100. It gets harder and harder to get more. So, but it's just good to have some, right? So you see that if I simulate this, I put this on, my EHP or effective HP goes from 1700 to 1753. So it gives me almost 40 or 50 more HP, which is pretty good. Just because, well, effective HP if I'm taking thermal damage, which is really good to know, especially in PvP in the future if anyone's into that, or just in PvE, it's optimizing your tank. So we can warp off and do this
Warp
mission as
drive
well.
active.
Nice. So this one has me going to a gate. So here, warp off to a middle space, go to a gate. I can activate gate and brings me to kind of like a
Warp drive
dungeon
active.
instance where no one can really bother me unless they take the same gate, and you'll be able to tell if they do. There's a way to do so. This is pirate intruders. Don't get away. So to activate the next one, it says I need to activate the acceleration gate, but if I hit that and I hit acceleration gate, the gate is locked. I need to basically kill these guys before I can. So I'm going to do that on, and I'm going to activate this because I'm going to start taking damage and I want to take less. So let's move towards that guy. Let's get close and start pew-pewing. Go. So you see I'm starting to miss them because they're going, or I'm going really fast at a like a transversal speed is what I call it, laterally towards them. So I'm just not getting the same amount of tracking, so I'm losing missing a few shots there, and they are missing me as well because I'm moving so fast. And that's the nice thing about small ships. It's hard for them to lock you sometimes because of how fast you're going. It's also nice to lock up a few ships so you don't have to downtime waiting for your ship to lock. You have the next target ready to go. So here you see they're doing thermal damage to me, but they're not doing a lot because I have this thermal shield hardener that's giving me some extra resistance to that specific type of damage. So yeah, having a hard time just killing this one guy, but eventually he'll go down, I think, right? Let's turn this off. It might give me a bit better tracking if we're going a little bit slower. Wow, this guy is tanking quite a bit. He'll go down eventually. Here we go. Let's kill this guy. Let's do one cycle so we can get closer into optimal range. And do more damage. You can zoom in, you can see a bit more fighting, so you can see the effects of it. And it's really cool because you can see when you have the thermal shield hardeners on, or any hardeners on, you see this effect where this is hitting the shield, and you can see the shield kind of flux a little bit, like that little flux. That shows that someone has their hardener on. So that's something you can actually do where you could zoom in onto a ship and see how they're tanking. If they have like an active tank, you'll see that they have something going on in this essence. You also sometimes see the shimmer on the actual hull itself that tells you they're armor tanks. So they have like the same modules but for armor. So yeah, it's really neat stuff. Hey, hey! Yeah, it's Jazzy. Welcome to the stream. Just doing this for kind of new player experience. Yeah. I've no clue who you are, by the way. Everyone's stream names is very different. Yeah. Just chilling out, going through this, giving some pointers. Probably gonna turn this into a music video. Hi, Alexis. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's just the Asian genes. I look a lot younger than I am. Yeah. Also, like, I finally hit puberty and my voice dropped. I used to sound like a little kid for like 10 years. Yeah, I'm 25, mid 20s. But I still look like I'm 16 or some shit. It's quite unfortunate. Hey, thanks for following. Oh my god, this is so painful. Jesus. It's taking so long to kill these freaking rats. I want to overheat, but I can't because I'm a fucking alpha noob. Um, let's see. They're not even doing enough damage for me to use the armor rep. Is there anything I can do to like up my damage on this ship? I don't think so. Ah, okay. I think that's why they recommend a skill path now when they do this, eh? To put the drones on and all that. Hey, Peabody. Welcome, welcome. Nice. Yeah, just welcome to the stream. Just going through the new player's experience. Not sure we have any of the Warrior Rangers or newbies on, but if you ever see them on and they kind of need help, guidance through it, let them know that I do the stream, and I'm here to answer any questions that they may have. It's also just a really cool way. Like I'm playing the game from a new account, so just addressing it from that perspective as well. Yeah, 100%. I'm gonna turn these into YouTube videos as well, and I'll post them up. Hopefully I'll just do like, I might do these like a daily 15-minute video kind of situation, because it's a 2-hour stream, so I can cut them into 15-minute segments. It'll be neat. I go over some stuff like that's outside of just these missions, some basic pointers, and I think I'll probably do like specific segments to go over specific things as well, if there are questions for it. I destroy this outpost. Yeah. Oh gosh. Bye. I'm not dealing with this. These new player the career missions just take forever. My god. They're just so grindy with such low rewards. I mean, I guess for like new players it's good just kind of get them started, but it kind of sets a false tone in terms of like this is what the game pace is, where you're just like spending 15 minutes shooting like tiny rats for no ISK whatsoever. Um, so it's a good start to learn the mechanics, but I think it's important to like know that this isn't how the game mostly is. It's a lot more. Yeah, it's good to get free shows to get you started. Um, it's just good to kind of learn what you're doing. It does like I'm not gonna lie, like it kind of tells you, it walks you through some basic on how to run some missions, industry, and gives you options of what to do. But I found that I learned better through actually watching videos of people playing. So the war from this mission actually gives you this limited ocular filter. So if you go into the mission, into the info here, it gives you a bonus to perception, which what that does is if you go into skill learning, you'll see that your skills are dependent on these characteristics. They're kind of like your trait. You have them in a lot of RPGs, so like perception, willpower, and this determines how fast you can learn your skills, and that's actually really important in this game. These kind of boosters and sometimes drugs and implants, it makes it easier for you to increase these skills, and they're probably one of the most expensive things because they cost time, like real time, to get them. So anything in the game to actually get these skill points is pretty expensive. So let's plug this in. This is a very basic one, so plug this in, and it gets attached to your pod. Yeah, yeah. Honestly, it just teaches you to like warp places and how to like lock people up and shoot it in orbit. I haven't gone to the part where like they've actually told you to autopilot, and I really hope they took that out because autopilot is just such a really bad mechanic. Like it's lazy, it takes more time, and you end up getting killed. Oh, so I got granted an armor repair. So let's put that on as well. I don't know if I can actually fit it on the ship. I can. Cool. I can actually dual rep the Atron. Cool. So now I have 2 repair modules if I ever get into that damage range. But yeah, it's just simple. Oh my god. Someone in the Velator is a suspect. Alright. No warp
Warp
off.
drive active.
Yeah, it's just basic one of those like cheap RPG games kind of thing where you just like take missions, warp 2, shoot rats, come back, finish mission, like fetch quests really in the beginning, and it's really not what the game has to offer. Um, I'm glad they kind of like changed it up the very beginning, like the first 15 minutes of gameplay to be kind of exciting, but then it just drops you back into their old kind of tutorial system that's just really dull and really boring. So hopefully, like if I'm going through this, I can get some people through. Like they may want to skip this or do it themselves, knowing what it is, and understanding that that's not what they should expect coming out of this game, because this game has a lot more to offer than what we're seeing here. Yeah, like this is just. I really want to just like bring my main here with a freaking smart bomb and just drop in and just bomb every one of this out of the system and be done to the tutorial, but it's not really the experience there. Yeah, this is what a new player will experience going through this process of learning. So I'm cycling down now because I'm in range and I don't actually need to be like I don't need to speed tank or anything, so I can slow down and get a little better tracking on these guys and get more damage, so I can hopefully finish this godforsaken quest. So you can actually drag these around and prioritize what you want to shoot. So I want to shoot this next, this after, so I'm gonna prioritize like that. Didn't lock up any more guys here. So this is new, it's a little closer, so I'll put them next. It's like a really nice way to organize it. You don't really need to, but I like it. I play like logistics quite a bit, so we call it Logi. It's like the healer role of this game, and there's a lot of managing who the people you are targeting, and they're usually your friendlies, and you want to keep them alive. So it's important to stay organized. So I kind of have that habit of doing it. But if you're just shooting people, it doesn't necessarily matter. You just point and click and just pew pew. This ship right now is really cursed because I have a shield hardener and then I have 2 reps for armor. Oh dear god. Which you will not ever see in, well, you might see, but usually the more experienced people will laugh at that because you really want to focus in this game. Each ship has a different focus, and there's really no point in doing 2 things poorly rather than doing 1 thing
Our
properly.
module has run out of charges.
So I ran out of ammo, and it's really important when you run out of ammo, you actually stop using the weapon. So it's important to remember to cycle it again. So click it again. And taking some damage, so I can rep up a little bit. Alright, just freaking die. Just die quietly. Approach? Okay. It's within my optimal range though. Like, I don't... Yeah, it's a little odd. There we freaking go. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Ah, okay. I guess that's it. Yeah, I guess I should be approaching instead of orbiting. Eh, I guess I'm going too fast for myself to track them. God. Take this off because I don't have a lot of shields for that anyways. And I'm probably gonna warp off after this so I don't die.
Warp drive active.
Master Blaster pilot. Yeah, I don't fly
Capacitor
blasters a
is
lot. I'm
empty.
a missile pilot a lot of times and maybe projectile once in a while. So yeah, like it's good to have other people in here who have more experience in other ships too because they can give those kind of tips. Yeah, like I was missing a lot there, so it's good to know. Like that's depending on tracking and like I said before, your transversal speed. Um, just gonna dock up and undock. So one of the
Warp
things that
drive
happen in this
active.
game is if you, oh yeah, I didn't have the full thing to warp to. If you dock up, your whole shield gets repaired automatically, but your armor doesn't. Approach, stop ship, right click at orbit from current range. Okay. So I just needed to get closer?
Docking permission requested.
Oh, the music stopped?
Docking request accepted.
There we go. There we go. Nice. Okay. Alright, let's get into the side again. So,
Warp
if I'm
drive
here, I
active.
can mouse over my whips. Trigger tracking is 150.15. Zoom out. Okay. And tactical overlay. So tactical overlay, for those who don't know, kind of lets you see where people are in terms of distance, which isn't working right now. My pro scanner is working. Oh god. So I'm gonna orbit that. Tactical overlay? Okay, there we go. It shows how far you are. There we go. So here we're just really close in range, so I can't see it. Uh, but yeah, here approach, zoom out, mouse. I'm fully zoomed out. And mousing over. Okay, so that shows you the optimal range. Cool, I didn't know that. So I approach. This is actually within the. If I'm looking towards my target, if it's within my red circle, it's within my range. Okay, cool. But if it's not, I'm not. That's really misleading then, because the weapon says it's within 3000 and overlay says it's within 3000. It's good to know that it's not necessary so. It's within my optimal, so I'm shooting it. Cool. Yeah, so if you guys are doing this like me, you have that trick so you don't spend 15 minutes in one site doing this like I was. Nice. Not gonna shoot that last guy.
Warp drive
Don't need to,
active.
don't want to. I'm off. Yeah, they do a lot of damage, blasters. I like having them for brawly fit. I like flying a thorax and just pew pewing people. Yeah, the Hecate. Yeah, it's just such high damage, and I think that's why like Hecate is probably the best solo PvP hunter ship out there. It just has the utility to do the
Docking
hunting
permission
and
requested.
still does a lot of damage if you know how to pilot it correctly. Which
Docking
I find the
request
Jackdaw
accepted.
just lacks a lot of damage. So. But Jackdaw is really good for kitey, which isn't great when you're hunting because you can just let people can just warp off. I get to overdrive injector system and get to zoom faster. All right. undock and do this one. Yeah, I think Hikari is quite a bit down my list of my main to train. I don't know. I think like
Warp
you
drive
could solo
active.
PvP hunt in a Jackdaw if you fit a faction scram or faction disruptor, because you could still be kitey and use your rockets and your if you have light missile launchers, you could use those as well. With a Jackdaw, you just be kitey. Um, but it's also like you're very much limited to what you can hunt. If they survive well at that range and you don't have the damage to take care of them, you're pretty fucked with a Jackdaw. But yeah, definitely. It's much easier to control in fleets. That higher alpha as well is really good too. The pleasure hub. Is this where people get their freaking strippers? Yes, there are strippers in this game. Oh no, oh no.
Warp drive active.
I am out of here. Apparently, they got people who do not like strippers. Yeah, I really enjoy missiles just because they're really like you don't need to think too much, but yeah, you need to be super kitey, which I guess is a trade-off. Like you put more attention in like your
Docking permission
controlling your
requested.
distance and kiting than rather like how you're actually
Docking
shooting
request
people.
accepted.
It's where your attention is being put at, but you lose out on being able to hold people down. So it costs more to put on like faction scrams and webs and disruptors. Okay, cool. Got to overdrive injector systems. So let's put that on as well. I'm just gonna toss everything the game throws at us into it. And it's weird because I can't fit it. So like, what the hell? There's really no reason why I have two small armor repairers, right? So I should be putting two on of the overdrive injector system. Just go a little faster. Cause why the hell not? Alright. Let's grab start conversation. And I think this is second last one. We're almost there. Stasis Web of Fire is next. That's gonna help us a lot in locking them down and getting a lot more DPS on people. That'd be awesome. Yeah, I need better blaster skills to be quite
Warp
honest. I think I
drive
have
active.
medium hybrid blasters like to Tech 2, but not necessarily more. Um, my main is a clusterfuck in terms of skills. Where's like lasers at though, in terms of like the grand scheme of things and projectile turrets? They feel like quite a bit like they don't really have necessarily a niche compared to like blasters and missiles, I don't think. Yeah. Look at the zoom zooms. Got like 200 extra speed with overdrive injectors. Just getting to them so much faster. Okay, so I'm within range. Can zoom out. I cannot zoom out even more though. Like, I'm not within like able to see 20 kilometers of space. Like, I'm fully zoomed out right now. Like, I'm mouse wheeling out and it's not doing anything. There we go, I have this. Approach and stop ship. Keeping the AB on. Approach and stop ship, keeping the AB on. Okay, get on the ship and stuff. I was like, what are you talking about? I just stopped moving. Okay, that makes a bit more sense. Yeah. Nice. Nice. Do this. And stop ship, right? Keep the AV on. That's close. Oh, cool. That's nice. I do that in exploration. I don't really do that so much with PvE and PvP,
Warp
so
drive
it's
active.
cool to see that being applied elsewhere. Just like not bomb and control your distance. Okay. Oh, nice. So hit approach with ABs on, lock targets, keep an eye on where they are, and then yeah, this stop. And I can start approaching the next one and hit the guy as well as this guy. Approach. Oh, I'm not shooting. Nice. And narcotics warehouse? Is it this thing? That's the asteroid. Radioactive rig, narcotics warehouse. Just go ahead and shoot that. Yeah, slide in. Okay, so stop ship now. Okay, control your distance. Cool. That's neat. I'm used to only doing it for exploration. Never really thought about doing that here, so I need to get used to that and count for like the enemies, the opponent's speed as well. Should I? No, I can't really orbit this thing. Yeah, I can just sit here and just shoot this. Message. Let's see. I can find you through here, right? Just slam. Let's send you a message here. And then I'm a noob in terms of like finding people. Doc up
Warp
sent
drive
Mr.
active.
Slam. Thank you. Hi. Awesome. Yeah, yeah. Thank you for your help in terms of pointers with blasters.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Tactical camera. Okay, okay. Once you're out again, we'll try that on as well. Let's put on the stasis Weber fire first. Oh, we get a Tristan. I love the Tristan. First little drone ship action going on. Put the Weber fire on. Now we got a Traveler Durapont. So to a different system. Set destination. Tells you where to go, kind of mapping. So
Warp
like
drive
in
active.
this system you see you have to travel multiple systems, so you see that. So tactical camera. See, I can't click tactical camera here. It's not available for me to use. See? It's not working. Options. Displays and graphics and turn off dynamic camera. Okay.
apply. Still not working. Dang it, CCP. Why you be like this, man? Yeah, I know, right?
Warp
Okay,
drive
let's see.
active.
Reset? No. Inverse zoom, camera shake, camera bobbing, fast move, interval 1. Offset interface to camera. Let's put dynamic back on. Still not working. Yeah, usually you should be able to get, like, it flashed that it was working here, so it's odd. And I can
Warp
use
drive
it in my
active.
main account. It's perfectly fine. I don't know why this account with a new player I can't use it. Let's see, settings. Try again here. General settings. Stat crashes. Reshift. Disable auto reject. Invitation. Yeah, I don't want to duel people. Shortcuts. Reset settings. For jump to for insurance. Clear all settings. I might reset everything to default.
Warp drive active.
Reset. Clear. Mm. That was not the intention. Hold on for technical difficulties. Okay. No, it's all good. We were just traveling anyways. Yeah, so this is a log game. Let's go into Zhon Cena. Look at it. He's like young Zhon Cena. Baby Zhon Cena. Okay. Yeah, opportunities for me. Oh, there we go. It's working now. Yeah, there we go. With the tactical camera on. I guess I just need to relog. Or there was something wrong with the settings that I had. In this. Yeah, in this account. Oh god. Reverse and zoom. There we
Warp
go.
drive active.
But I do want to inverse zoom though, because I really hate the regular zoom. Everyone can kind of work that out. So my overlay settings are like this now too. It's a little wonky. Oh well, it's fine. So this is what you would normally see when you play this game. I just had things set up differently. So there we go. You target it. Might as well do this. So there's a different way of targeting. You could do this, I think, right? I think I have too much targeted. Okay. So you said approach and stop ship, but keep AB on, right? So approach this guy. AB on, stop ship, shoot. Nice. So yeah, there is loot, but I'm just not grabbing it. Yeah. Audio. Because all the reset. Master level. I think that should be better now. There we go. It's resetting everything. I really hate like the standard settings for Eve. It's really like it sounds great and like it looks great, but it takes up so much CPU for the audio. They need to fix that, figure some way out of it. Cause this game like is the main attraction is the fact that like you play a lot of like big fleets with a lot of people, and that's already taking up so much CPU. So having audio that does takes out even more is just not a great idea. Okay, go in there. Let's do one. Shoot. And use a stop ship towards it. Nice. And let's see, it's cash flow for capsuleers. It says I need to activate the gate, so let's go there. Yeah. Think what's gonna happen is I'm gonna finish off this last mission. I'm gonna call it, and we can do the rest of the career missions next week on the stream. And also during the week, if anyone has any questions, I can take note of them and prepare them, and we can go over them during the stream as well. That'll be nice. But yeah, Mr. Slayham, thank you for coming by and dropping some wisdom. Much appreciated. Okay, so you said approach, keep AB on, instead of bumping into things like a proper noob. I'm doing the full new player experience, like not knowing how to pilot my own ship kind of noob level right here. Alright, stop ship, now it's on close, I'm in the range and slide through. Then I can start aligning to, yes. Start shooting as well. I see not dying. Cool. Don't forget to put the webs on, so. Oh, shift space. I have control space for my stop. Actually, yeah, shift space is probably easier. I like that. Might try it. Stop. Do it. Nice. Last guy. Nice. Last two. Where is he? Oh, over there. Okay, cool. Can zoom out a little bit. Let's zoom in. I don't. Okay. I don't know where I got control space. I think it's just Eve that's got that for me. So this is one instance where it's important that like to manually pilot because there's something in here that's gonna stop me and I'm gonna bump into objects. So it's important to have some manual piloting sometimes. So I can see that they're over there. So I'm gonna manually pilot towards them. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I use control a lot, so I'm used to that. So it doesn't bother me too much. I'm gonna manual pilot to do this. It's actually working out a little easier. So what I'm doing here is I'm double clicking in space, like a lot of RPGs where double click is moving. So I'm kind of predicting where they're going and double clicking in that direction, and it's moving to intercept them. And it's doing a lot better than just straight orbiting. And honestly, a lot of times it's not necessary, but it helps a lot. Like in this instance, I can't figure out that like managing a distance and just stopping ship and realigning to the next one. I think manual piloting might be the go-to for me in this instance. There we go. Yeah, if you're having a hard time tracking someone or holding someone down, it might make sense to just manually pilot and catch them in their tracks. And they might not be doing that a lot of times. Let's put the shield hardener on. We have it to spare. Let's do this. Slow this guy down. Shoot him. And then let's put control stop. And because we're in range for this guy, start approaching a bit more. That guy as well. Shooting that guy. And stop. Nice. So for blasters, do you want to kind of be sitting still almost with whoever you are, or do you still want to keep up your transversal?
Warp drive active.
Okay. That's good to know. It's very different from my playstyle. Yeah. Yeah. So they can't, the big ones can't track you. The small ones, you might want to actually get them to stop. Screw you. I want to shoot the structure. $500. Yeah. Alright. Oh, you can actually orbit at 5? No, the bare minimum is 500. Or are you saying get up really close to it? And then hit orbit at current? Oh. Yeah. Never actually used that mechanic like that. That's neat. I've seen regroups that are shorter, but I haven't actually like orbited my own ship on something that close. Okay. Put this down. Let's shoot wolf. If I remember correctly, I don't actually need to do too much else. I just need to kill this guy. Forget Jesus loves you. And sometimes the chat in new player groups is just very wholesome. Like Eve isn't all toxic. There's some wholesomeness to it.
Skill training completed.
Why is this stupid capsule not dying? There we go. Killed it. Awesome. Yeah, I need to get used to that flying blaster ships having to stop. Got the zoomies, man. Got a zoomies. I like flying fast and out of range. Oh, that's a new player. Gotta slide on them. Reminds me of the time we were flying in Vortex H and the FC said slide the gate and everyone was super confused. And then we just proceeded to die. Because nobody knew what slide the gate meant. Slide and blast. New term. I like it, I like it. Yeah. I might try, maybe I'll make this count fly a bit more blaster stuff just to learn it, get better at it. Got gifted a Deimos for Secret Santa, so I probably should get better at flying blasters.
Warp drive active.
Alright. Okay. Okay, I see.
Active.
so you don't miss them. Yeah, you could just kind of align faster and turn faster. And that might be more important for blasters than being able to control. Yeah. Whee!
Docking
Yeah, it's
permission
one way to
requested.
pilot
Docking
pilot.
request
I like double
accepted.
clicking. It's just a lot easier for me personally. Just kind of going here, double click. Yeah. And that's the end of this, and they're giving me a Tristan. Which is right here. So this is probably gonna be the next ship that I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna switch over from the Ares to Tristan. It's gonna give me more tracking speed, which thank goodness, because I'm clearly struggling on that front. Let's assemble ship. Let's strip the fittings. That's a quick way to get everything off. And let's put all of that onto here. Because why not? No? Here, here. Armor repair, overdrive injector, and ammo. Nice. Oh, wait. I'm still in the same ship. Strip fitting. Make my Tristan active. Nice. So this is a new ship that we're going to be flying next time. The nice Tristan is generally a drone boat, but we will fit whatever we can on here. Put this on, put that on, put this on, put this on. Small armor repair. Cool. And I think that's might be worse off since we don't have any drones right now. But we shall see. Just try it out. God, I'm running out of ammo too, eh? And before we finish, I think it's important to repackage this so we don't forget about it. So it's still here, and now that it's repackaged, it can be sold on the market and moved about because it's a bit smaller. So if you go into show info, you can see that the ship in attributes, it says that its volume is 22,500 meter cube, but that's when you have it assembled. But when you have it packaged or repackaged like this, it's only 2,500. So it means that you can actually move it a lot easier. So you see, like in a small ship, you can only have 101, and we'll see in later when we can do some industry and hauling that some ships have a lot more capacity, and you can actually fit one of these small ships, the frigates, in the ship and move it around in that. But not if you keep it like already assembled as 22,500. You just can't fit that in a normal ship. So it's good to know to be able to repackage and allows you to kind of move things around a lot easier. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the stream today. Thank you for popping on. Yeah, thanks Peabody and or Mrs. Slam for helping out. But yeah, I'm gonna call it here, and we'll pick it back off next week. See you guys.